Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yo, what's happening, bulls? Sharing this on the Discord. Let's go. Impromptu. We're on a little bit earlier. Let's make it happen. There's a lot going on in crypto right now, and what you think is going to happen is not necessarily going to happen. Let me insight your mind. So Bitcoin is on this channel. So actually, what we've started doing is we're doing the news first, and then we move to the charts because most people just want to get your news. So we will do a mix. I'm feeling sporadic. Bitcoin is channeling hard. It's starting to grind to the side. Volatility is dropping. Momentum is still up. There is bullish divergence, especially on a larger time frame. If we zoom out to something like the daily chart, look at this. You got a low, you got a lower low on the RSI right here. The Giga RSI in-house indicator. Bullish divergence. One massive count of bullish divergence here. This is one of the biggest, strongest ways that bullish divergence can look, literally from the below the extremes to above the extremes, low, lower low. You can see what happens sometimes with this sort of signal. There's a daily signal as well, so this is pretty big, pretty rare as well. One chart, one candle equals 1 day. It's pretty rare when you see these divergences. You've got a bit of a exaggerated divergence there. You've got one here, look, low, high, low, low, lower, low. Got a decent pump from that. It's reversal time soon. Reversal season's coming. You know, it's easy to just continue calling that all the way down from the top, but it gets to the point where Bitcoin starts getting more and more backed into a corner. The market starts getting more and more backed into a corner. What doesn't look good? There's a few things. Clearly, the low volatility, you definitely want it to. Yep, still good. Yep, the low volatility, you would much prefer it to happen. I'm talking this volatility. This is the gigabars based off the Bollinger Bands. So you want the low volatility. You want preferably the low volatility to come off a low. You want the low volatility to happen there, not on a high. You want the low volatility to happen on a low, not on a high. That's one of the worst things that can happen. One of the worst things that can happen, and obviously leads to a lot more lower prices. If we flick over to it, just look at a couple of I'm just scanning some volume indicators here. Let's flick over to the normal config, and we'll talk about some of these other altcoins briefly. There is a big move going to happen. There's a big move about to happen very soon, this week or next week. There's some things. Obviously, the direction is the difficult part, right? There's so many variables. People that claim to know the direction, unless it's with the trend, they're most likely going to be fluking it. They'll get it right. They'll say, you know, this is the bottom. And I've done it before. I've been around here for 7 years. I've basically said everything, all with good intent. What people say is just, this is the bottom, 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 this is the bottom. Turns out to be the bottom. They delete all of the last tweets. Bang, reshare that. They were right. First go. Until they get exposed. What happens, right, a lot of time on these low volatility moments, this is a Solana chart now. So Solana is holding the $125 mark, which we've said many times. This is the most critical key for Solana. So if you're a Solana bull, you're a buyer at 125. It's as simple as that. This $125 mark has held, excluding wicks below briefly, but this $125 mark has held for years, a year. March 2024, over 1 year now, 11 times I believe it was. This is a crazy point. If you want to buy some Solana as a long-term investment, $125 is a steal if you believe in the product. You might get sub 100 if you're lucky, but it'll be fast. 100, and you're never gonna. Hey, this is one of the most important things I'm going to say to you. Do not strive for perfection in investing in the and the markets, trading in the markets in general. Do not strive for perfection. making money. Good enough is good enough. If you're striving for perfection, you're going to get reamed. It's not going to happen. Let's have a look at some coins. See stuff like this, right? This is a Dogecoin, 12-hour chart Dogecoin, channeling down hard. The angle is increasing. See how it's sort of starting to lean over. This is not the area that you want the low volatility to start. The hopium, right, is most likely we will get a head fake no matter what direction. So if it's going to go down, it'll clear out some of this liquidity up the top here. See this? See your stop losses that would be up there. If it's going to go down, you most likely go up first. If it's going to go up, most likely go down first. Okay. Most of the time, there's a head fake. It on average, it's typically around the 40% mark. But at times like this, where it starts stepping out, you get a lot of this clear range. Like if we zoom in, this is a 12-hour chart right now. One candle equals 12 hours. If we zoom in to say, let's zoom into a 2-hour chart. This is a Dogecoin chart on a 2-hour chart. You can see that you're starting to get like a very, very horizontal range. Just look, see, like a box in a lot of this price action. Even if you bring it, even if we include all this shit, you just box in the last 12th to the 19th. So you can literally box in the last week of price action. So if we're boxing in the last week of price action, you know that all the liquidity is just going to be above it. All the stop losses are just going to be down here, stop losses down here, stop losses, stop losses, stop losses. So we know that a big move is brewing. When a big move comes, most likely we'll fill the bags first. Hit all the stop losses. People got to lose some money first, right? And some bags are going to be filled. So that's sort of the dealio that you're looking at with these things. This is a clear downtrend, and more downside is expected as trend following trader. Trend following trader is the most successful type of trader that exists. A trend following trader is the most, except for Wall Street mathematical genius that specifies in statistical arbitrage and minimal low time frame scalping with fucking huge warehouse full of computer power. Other than that, trend following trading is the most successful, although you can have big winners, top timing and bottom timing. We do remember this is a bull market, at least for Bitcoin, crypto in general. This is a bull market, and you just got to find out where the risk and the reward is. Right now, what are the chances of Dogecoin going lower? Probably higher than it is going higher, but if you have your stop losses tight, you may get lucky with the trailing stop loss following a pump, or you can just wait for a bit more confirmation, wait for the downtrend to finish. What would that include? That would include something like this. I'll just draw over it. Just something like, say it does go down, shoots low, comes up, boom, high, low. Like that. Okay. Or even the next one. All right. You really got the confirmation that you were looking for if you wait for this one. It's just, there's anything. This is the worst part, and this is why nobody wants to watch my videos, is because anything can happen in markets. There is no certainties. There's only statistics and probabilities, and I'm not going to tell you anything that's certain that I know that's going to happen, because I do not have certainties. I do have a crystal ball. Might have to put that on display, actually. I'll put it up there. But I do have a crystal ball. But it only speaks to me on Friday night streams. Listen, let's move fast. These altcoins could bottom here. A huge move is triggering. Let's have a look. See this here behind my head? These are all the alerts that I've been getting. These are blue bar signals. Blue bar signals. This means volatility has contracted and it's about to expand. These altcoins are about to go pop. Some of them already have started. Let's flick down to ones that triggered a week ago, and I'll show you what happens. Ready? Where are we? Let's look at ones that triggered on the 10th of March. Okay, that triggered on the 10th of March. What's that done? 70%. What's this triggered on this one? Blue bar triggered on 10th of March also. 100% short. If you did a short, you would have made 100%. Okay, a little bit of fuckery, you get that on JST. More fuckery, KDA. Look at that, blue bar, big head fake, massive short squeeze. Where was, here you go, bake, we put a bake trade on. We put a bake trade on here in the Blockchain Balls competition on the Discord. I'll show you, look. Where are we? Nope. Here we go. Put the trade on, bake. Leverage 9x, entry 134. Closed TP2 for 232% mad gains. And that was on this. That was just blue bar signal. We got a lot of indicators pointing that it was going to go up from here. And we got that. So some of these coins, I mean, they're pretty much all about to have a big move. See, this one looks bearish. It's coming to the tops of the channel, running to the highs of the channel. A lot more room to move. It's very heavily shorted. I checked the funding rate, unfortunately. And then, yeah, oh, that also looks heavy. You know, see these ones are sort of, yeah. And that's another difficult part, obviously. And we've seen that before because we looked at two charts before. We looked at this one, which is just absolutely dumping since the blue bar. And we looked at this one, which is absolutely pumping since the blue bar. So the direction is up to you. But what I'm saying is a lot, oh, that looks bearish. I would look for trend continuation on JTO. This one looks a little bit more bullish. Coming off the lows, momentum pointing up heavily at the moment. Ooh. So all these blue bars mean that there is going to be, on the most probabilistic side of fate, a large move incoming. These things have been channeling for a while. You're going to have some time. We're going to be covering this every day, so we're going to have some time to react. It's not the worst idea to just start putting some small trades on, things that you don't mind losing, because the returns, if you pick the right direction, the returns will cover you for a long time. You can get a lot of things wrong after that. Just say, pick the right direction here, bang, just makes it back up to these highs here, clears out a bit of liquidity. You've just already done 100x, bit of leverage on it, even just to 4x or something, 400%. You can get a lot of things wrong. You can have a lot of 20% stop losses for those gains, so that all equals itself out. These coins are about to move. It's starting to look relatively bottomy, but you just got to remember. See that? On the other hand, this is potentially looking for a head fake. So what do we see here is we had low volatility, blue bars, low volatility, big expansion. If this comes back down to this candle where the breakout was on the blue bars and closes below it, that's a good short. Means the liquidity is taken. Means the liquidity has been grabbed. That's fine. We'll just ride the coattails, down for the next low, and that'll probably be an easy 30% or 20% or something like that. Nice. Keep a really close eye on these. Ooh. Like alluvium. Is that about to lift off, or is that about to take another knee? Crazy. Let's move on. We'll have a little chat. We will zip through this. We'll talk a little bit about the news in a second. Bitcoin, you know, I've seen Bitcoin lift off from these areas, from highs like this, but the greatest probability is, unfortunately, another leg down, potentially the finale of this bear trend. Stock market, S&P 500 had a couple of green days. This is the weekly chart. Let's move into the daily chart. One candle equals 1 day. Yeah, so it had a little bit of a dead cat. It's just sort of coming down now, looking pretty weak and sad, this American stock market. So the US dollar, on the other hand, is doing things still to favor the crypto markets. So it's a matter of time until crypto catches up. XRP, everyone's still happy with XRP. It's just ranging. Heavily ranging, waiting for the next leg up on Bitcoin by the looks of it. To be fair, credit where credit's due. Ethereum, on the other hand, look at that. It looks past. Ethereum weekly chart looks absolutely disgusting. A lot of people, I think, buying Ethereum now. But yeah, this is the whole catching of the falling knife deal. You hear that saying a fair bit. We're getting blue bars on this. Catching of the falling knife. This is a step. This is what's called a step. Price just goes sideways like this, and then most scenarios like that. Most scenarios, that's what happens. How will we know when that doesn't happen? Again, goes up first, comes back down, and then has another go. That's just a typical breakout pattern. Or down first, and then closes back up in this range area. Alright, so we'll be watching this very closely on Ethereum. There's a lot of money to be made. Gold's still charging, crazy, insane, still charging. 3K, we'll see. It's got a bit of time, but look at that. that's a run and a half. It's literally, gold is literally since start of 2024, it has just basically been on the stairway to heaven. To heaven. A lot of red funding rate at the moment. A lot of coins getting shorted. Lot of coins being fought over to be shorted. This is not very often is all the red funding rate multiple pages in. It's 3 pages in before you hit the green. You typically sit on majority green most of the time for the funding rate. So there's still a lot of shorting going on in the market. Let's watch a video together. We shall enjoy this. This Scott Bessent guy is... Do you remember when we had... Janet Yellen? That fat oaf? She's gone now, and we got this alpha Chad in, who seems so far so good. Listen.
From David Sachs, the Treasury is going to play a huge role in the future of cryptocurrency in America. But that's just one piece of the bigger economic picture. There's so many other components to consider. So how does it all fit together? Well, fortunately, joining us next is Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, and he's keeping track of all of it. He joins me now. Secretary Bessent, thank you so much. Look, I think people are getting into cryptocurrency in a very big way. It seems like it's something that's here to stay. So from your perspective as Treasury Secretary, how does it fit into the overall U.S. economy, and where does the government stand on regulations?
Good. Well, thanks for having me on the show. And as I think this administration has made abundantly clear, digital assets are here to stay, and we are going to make the U.S. the digital asset hub of the world. For the past 4 years, the crypto community, digital assets, the administration retarded their growth, and we are set to accelerate that through a positive partnership and through smart regulation. Senate and House are both pushing through very sound, safe bills to bring crypto and digital assets onshore in the U.S. and to make sure that the U.S. is both the financial and the technological leader.
He wants, he's obsessed. We've gone from... Peace and love. Take it easy. I'm always muting myself. Fucking hell. I just said bullish, bullish, bearish. Bullish, bullish, bearish. That was pretty much all that you missed. JFK files released. Bullish. JFK files released. Bullish. NASA astronauts land back on Earth. Bullish. Peace deals. Bullish. Putin peace deals. Bullish. Everyone. How's the Democrats, lefties? They fucking like they. Do you remember when Elon was the hero? Green energy. And now they just Elon bad. Bearish. Bearish. All right, take it easy. What's happening, Marty? Hope you're doing well, bro. Talk soon. I'm out of here. Cooking dinner. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.